Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into a really unique collection of insights. Stuff specifically curated to bring comfort, maybe some reassurance, when life throws its toughest challenges at us. Our sources for this deep dive, they come from a personal compilation, like reassuring or comforting facts someone put together, refined, through actually navigating difficult situations over years. So our mission today is to pull out these powerful nuggets of knowledge, explore what they really mean, and present them in a way that helps you feel, well, more equipped and maybe more at peace. Think of it as a kind of shortcut to shifting your perspective when you really need it most. Okay, let's unpack this.
Exactly. And this compilation, it's not just, a list of nice-sounding statements. It really represents a hard-won bank of knowledge, forged in actual real-life experience. It offers pretty practical wisdom for those times, moments of insecurity, sadness, indecisiveness, that self-doubt, anger, worry, all of it. We're going to try and go beyond just what these facts are and really dig into why they can feel so soothing and potentially transformative.
Okay, let's start with a really, really empowering one from this collection.
Oh.
You are the factor that decides if today's a good day or a bad day. And it's not just about positive thinking, is it? It touches on something bigger, that locus of control idea.
That's spot on, the internal locus of control. For anyone maybe not familiar, it's basically the belief that you are primarily responsible for your own life outcome. It's kind of the opposite of feeling like, external forces are just pushing you around.
Right.
And when you grasp that, you start to realize that even when difficult things happen, and they do, you still have the power to choose your energies, to choose how you interpret it, and to decide if external stuff, words, or events actually gets to mess with your inner peace. It's about shifting, really, from being just a passive recipient of your day to being an active architect of your experience.
So it's not denying reality, but controlling the internal story we tell ourselves about it.
Yeah.
That feels like a huge shift, and it kind of leads straight into another really profound insight here. You are not perfect, and you never will be. The source material is, wow, incredibly blunt about this. There will be days you feel miles away from perfect, maybe even crumbling inside, trying so hard just to hold it together. But, and this is the crucial bit, this is okay. It's human, and actually it's lovable.
Yeah, it's this concept often called radical self-acceptance, and it's honestly so crucial for well-being. Society pushes this unattainable ideal of perfection, doesn't it?
Constantly.
And that just leads to endless self-criticism, anxiety. But the research, especially around self-compassion, shows that actively embracing our imperfections, rather than chasing that impossible ideal, that's a much more effective path to genuine peace, real happiness.
So it validates us as we are, not just what we achieve.
Exactly. It validates our inherent worth. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, chasing perfection, it actually gets in the way of the very peace we're looking for. It's about accepting the messiness, and finding the beauty in your authentic, imperfect self.
That makes so much sense. And building on that acceptance, this collection also has this powerful truth. Taking time to improve your mental health is productive. That flies right in the face of that hustle culture thing.
Totally.
You're not behind if you rest or sleep or just have a lazy day. This space for gentleness, accommodating what your body needs. The source calls it an act of self-love, and it's actually beneficial.
It's a vital recalibration of what productivity even means. We often mistake just being busy, constant activity for actual progress, but neglecting our internal well-being, that just undermines our ability to perform well long-term. The source material explicitly calls out that whole sleep is for the weak idea.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Right. And it explains that compromising sleep actually does serious harm to your brain, your gut health, focus, memory. It literally stops you from reaching your goals and showing up as your best self.
Wow.
So true productivity has to include nurturing the foundations of your well-being. It's an investment, definitely not a luxury.
I think we've all felt that pressure, haven't we? To just keep going, even when running on empty. But understanding it's actually productive to rest. That feels incredibly freeing.
It is.
And it reinforces this final point in this section, which is nobody knows you better than you. The sources are really clear here. No one else can just hand you the correct answer for your life's big decisions. Who to marry, what job to take, how you really feel about something. You have the right judgment for your life.
Absolutely. And this loops back to that internal locus of control we talked about. It validates your personal intuition over needing everyone else's approval. Other people's opinions, even when they mean well, they're often projections, right? Based on their own stuff, their experiences, fears, hopes. not yours. So cultivating that self-trust, really listening to your gut feeling, honoring what your heart is calling for, even if others don't get it, that's fundamental for navigating adversity, for making choices that are truly aligned with your unique path.
Yeah.
You are essentially your own best friend and companion on this journey.
That's a really powerful way to think about it. Okay, let's shift our lens a bit now. Let's talk about how we view the external world,
Mm.
particularly when it comes to, social judgment. Our sources offer this wonderfully liberating idea.
Mm.
Nothing is real in the way we often worry about social judgment. Like, you can vlog in the street, take selfies at the grocery store, bust out some terrible dance moves,
Hmm.
and according to this wisdom, none of it will matter 5 minutes later.
It's fascinating, isn't it? It taps into that psychological thing called the spotlight effect.
Hmm.
We tend to think people notice and remember our actions way, way more than they actually do.
Right, like everyone's watching our every move.
Exactly. But the truth is, most people are just too wrapped up in their own worlds, their own worries, how they look, what they're doing. They're not really dwelling on your fleeting public moments.
Hmm.
And this isn't meant to diminish you, it's meant to free you from that crushing weight of constantly feeling scrutinized. It's like permission to be a bit more playful, less inhibited, because who's really keeping score?
Yeah.
We are, after all, a tiny speck in the universe. Most people won't remember that minor embarrassing thing you did.
So it's not that people don't see us, it's that they don't remember or care in the way we often fear.
Precisely.
And building on that, the sources offer this really heartwarming counterpoint to feeling insecure.
Yeah.
For every moment you feel self-conscious, remember the silent admirers you probably have.
Ah, I like this one.
Yeah, people who might look at you in awe, maybe wish they had your smile or your intelligence or energy, or they just support you from afar because, they're too shy to say anything.
It's such a powerful antidote to self-consciousness, isn't it? It encourages us to recognize our own intrinsic value and those unseen positive ripples we create just by being ourselves.
Ripples, yeah.
We often seriously underestimate the impact we have. You spread positive energy, you impact lives, you inspire people,
Yeah?
often in ways you'll never even know about.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Haven't you at some point silently admired someone from a distance?
Oh, definitely.
It just reminds us that our story is always unfolding, and our presence has this undeniable positive resonance, even if we don't always see it.
That's a lovely thought to hold on to.
Yeah.
Okay, now for an insight that can feel, well, both a bit scary and incredibly reassuring at the same time, which is nothing is going to be the same in a year.
Ah, impermanence.
Exactly. This profound truth, it encourages deep gratitude for right now, for this present moment, reminding you to appreciate what you have in this exact room
Oh.
because you will literally never experience this exact configuration again.
Yes, and this idea of impermanence, it's a cornerstone in so many philosophies, and for good reason. It reminds us change is the only constant. Joy, sorrow, they're both transient.
Right.
So if you're savoring a beautiful moment, this insight makes you appreciate it even more intensely.
Mm-hmm.
And crucially, if you're struggling, it offers immense hope. That feeling won't last forever. You will not be in that same hard place a year from now. You will get through it. You will grow. You will find a new environment or situation or mindset.
It anchors you in the present, but also promises change.
Definitely. Embracing impermanence deepens gratitude for the good times and really strengthens resilience during the tough times, because they too shall pass.
It feels like a built-in promise of evolution almost, whether things are good or bad now. And that connects so powerfully to the next insight. Losing people isn't a sign of your weakness, it's a sign of your growth.
Yes. This one really hits home for a lot of people.
It really does. Outgrowing people often means you're outgrowing a version of yourself.
Precisely. And that reframe is huge. It turns moments that feel like pain or separation into actual markers of personal evolution. It takes immense courage, to leave situations or relationships that just don't serve you anymore or don't align with where you're heading.
It really does.
And it's a natural part of life. Sometimes painful, yes, but natural. Everyone goes through it. When you're growing, your needs change, your values shift, your perspectives broaden. And sometimes the people around you just don't grow in the same direction or at the same pace.
Yeah.
And this process, as the sources say, it leads to healing and ultimately to a happier ending because you're living more authentically. Letting go creates that necessary space for new growth, new opportunities, things that align better with your journey.
I think so many people carry guilt or blame when relationships change. Reframing it as growth is, incredibly powerful. And speaking of growth and connection, let's broaden our idea of joy a bit. The sources remind us You can fall in love at any time. And crucially, this doesn't just mean romantically.
That's right. This perspective really widens our capacity for joy, for contentment, way beyond just traditional romantic love. It highlights the sheer richness of the human experience and encourages this mindful appreciation for everyday wonders we often overlook.
Like what, for instance?
Well, you can fall in love with sunsets, with deep conversations, with your favorite food again and again, with smells that just transport you back in time, new experiences, achieving a goal, really listening to music, even learning from mistakes. Love, in this broader sense, it's really discoverable in everything if you just open yourself up to it. It constantly enriches your life.
What a beautiful way to approach life, just being open to falling in love with the world around you.
Hmm.
Now, here's a really powerful cognitive reframe for personal growth. Every person you admire is a reflection of yourself.
Ooh, interesting. Tell me more.
Well, when you find yourself comparing yourself to others, maybe feeling a bit envious, remember that your ability to even perceive those admirable qualities in them. It's only possible because those qualities, in some form, already exist inside you, in your inner world, your consciousness.
Okay. So it's not about them having something you lack. It's about recognizing a potential within yourself through them.
Exactly.
That is a profound insight. It completely flips comparison on its head. Instead of it being a source of insecurity, it becomes this wellspring of inspiration, self-discovery even.
Right.
The qualities you admire in others aren't just external ideals to strive for. They're internal echoes, resonating with who you could become, a future version of yourself. The sources suggest, like, your heart calls out for a dream or admires a quality because it already exists as potential within you.
That's amazing.
So instead of feeling less than, you can see those admired traits as clues, a roadmap to your own unfolding potential.
That shifts the whole dynamic. From competition to inspiration. Wow. And through all of this, remember the core message from these sources. There is nothing wrong with you. You are enough.
Such a vital message.
You're not behind. You're not a bad person. Yeah, sure, you've made mistakes. Who hasn't? But your growth journey isn't about scrapping who you are and becoming totally different. It's about appreciating and highlighting the parts that make you as good as you already are.
It's a crucial affirmation, isn't it, of inherent worth. It encourages self-compassion,
Yeah.
focusing on building on your existing strengths rather than chasing some unattainable ideal.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing the good that's already there, celebrating your unique journey, accepting you don't need to be anyone else. And I love this line from the source. You are so many people's dream person.
That's such a lovely thought.
It really is. It offers this affirming perspective, especially when you're feeling down.
Absolutely. And, on the topic of past hurts, the sources are very direct.
Yeah.
You didn't deserve what happened to you. The mean words, raised voices, judgment, neglect, whatever it was. If you're still hurting, your pain is valid. It's real.
And this is such a critical step in healing, isn't it? Validating your own experience, your own emotions. Often when we're hurt, we kind of internalize blame or we minimize it. But the sources powerfully state, if you still think about it, if you still hurt over it, then it was that bad. And your feelings are justified.
Right.
It really emphasizes that healing is a process. It takes time. And self-validation is key to loosening the grip of those past hurts. Over time, that emotional wound, it will ache less, and eventually it allows you to live a different life, one not defined by it.
That's a powerful promise of healing right there. And for those looking ahead, maybe feeling stuck, the sources offer this incredibly exciting perspective. You are one decision away from a completely different life.
Wow, that feels big.
It does. Whether it's leaving a relationship, quitting a job, moving somewhere new, starting a business, or even just making a smaller shift, like deciding to wake up an hour earlier every day, you are closer than you think to transforming your life and getting closer to your dreams.
It's really about understanding the power we have, isn't it? The power of intentional action, consistent effort. We often feel stuck, trapped by circumstances, but these sources remind us that agency, the ability to choose and act, is always available.
Yeah.
Identifying and then acting on that one transformative decision, that can be the catalyst for huge change. And even if today wasn't great, wasn't your best, there's immediate hope.
How so?
You get another chance tomorrow. Every single day is a brand new opportunity to start over. Learn from yesterday. Choose to act differently. The person you were today doesn't dictate the person you can choose to be tomorrow. It's a clean slate.
That fresh start every morning, it really is a gift. And finally, for this section, let's connect our inner world to our external desires. Our sources reveal something beautiful. What you want is out there. Kindness, unconditional love, loyalty, romance, whatever it is you seek.
Okay.
And you know why it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it exists in you.
Ah, I see. So it's like attracts like.
Kind of, yeah.
Mhm.
This perspective fosters this really profound sense of trust in life's unfolding.
Hmm.
If you possess these qualities yourself, kindness, love, loyalty, you will attract and find others who embody them too. You're not the only one.
That makes sense. It frames life as this journey where everything, good and bad, serves a purpose in your development.
Right. And it also emphasizes that you are always protected,
Yeah.
that everything is always happening in your best interest.
That requires a lot of trust.
It does. It frames life like a movie where you're the main character. Plot twists, sad moments.
Yeah.
They're inevitable, sure,
Mm-hmm.
but there are parts of the journey that help you bounce back, grow stronger, and ultimately reach a more fulfilling resolution.
Yeah.
It's about trusting that process.
Trust the process.
Okay.
So after all that, what does this all mean for you, our listener? We've explored the immense power you hold over your own perceptions, haven't we?
Definitely.
The deep peace that comes from radical self-acceptance, the incredible freedom you gain from shifting your perspective on external judgment, and that undeniable hope that's just embedded in the nature of constant change and growth.
Mm-hmm.
It really is like a personal bank of knowledge designed for living a more resilient, more authentic, and ultimately a more fulfilled life.
Absolutely. These insights, drawn from such a personal, reflective place, they genuinely offer a kind of roadmap
Mm.
for navigating adversity, not by avoiding it, but by cultivating inner strength
Mm-hmm.
and fostering an outward sense of connection to the
Okay.
world, to possibilities.
Yeah.
So maybe as you reflect on this deep dive, the important question for you is, which of these insights, which one or maybe two, will you choose to actively integrate, to bring into your daily perspective starting, today? That's a great question to sit with. And as you ponder that, let's leave you with one final, truly provocative thought from these sources.
Okay, I'm ready.
You might sometimes feel profoundly misunderstood. We all do, right?
Oh, for sure.
But remember this. Being misunderstood can actually be truly magical,
Magical. How so?
because if people will never completely understand you, no matter how hard you try to explain yourself,
Right. Which is probably true.
then you are ultimately fundamentally free. Free to be whoever or whatever you want to be. People will perceive you in whatever way suits them anyway. Often it's more a reflection of their own internal world than your actual truth.
Mm.
So instead of constantly trying to conform or explain or manage perceptions, what if you just embrace that magnificent freedom, knowing that only you truly know yourself, and only you are the person you genuinely need to make proud?
Wow.
What will you do with that incredible, liberating knowledge?